Hello guys, what is up? It's Zeb here coming at y'all with another video. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. But anyway, today we're going to be taking a look at how you can fix FPS drops and overall just increase your FPS in Fortnite specifically. These tweaks will work in any game, but most of them are going to be Fortnite specific. So, I mean, these tweaks will help everything, but we're going to just be focusing on Fortnite today. So, first off, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to Geforce Experience if you have an NVIDIA graphics card. If you have an NVIDIA graphics card, or if you don't have an NVIDIA graphics card, if you have an AMD one, you're going to want to get the AMD equivalent software, which I believe is like AMD Radeon software. So you can just Google that. But I will leave a link to Geforce Experience in the description. It's a highly helpful software that will help you increase your FPS and make sure that your PC is optimally running at the highest performance capabilities possible. But what you're going to want to do in this application, if you guys do not already know, you're going to just want to head over to drivers and click check for updates. If you have something here that says download, you're going to want to just download that, go through it. You can do express installation once it's done downloading. Just let it do its thing. Your screen will probably flash black, but that's good. That just means that your driver is being reinstalled and updated to the newest version. But that is legit all you have to do in this application for this part. Now you're going to want to go to home. Once you go to home, just find Fortnite or whatever game you want to do this for. We're going to not click optimize. We're going to click the wrench. And you're going to want to drag the settings all the way over to performance, click apply, and now we can X out Geforce Experience. Alright, next thing we're going to want to do is we are going to want to head into Task Manager. Now the way you can do this, you could either search it in the bottom left, Task Manager, or you could right click on your taskbar, find Task Manager, click on it, right here, bam. And what I would do right in here is go to Startup. Now this is a very important thing. This is going to make sure that you don't have a ton of software cluttering when you first start up your PC that's running in the bottom right. Like, see, I've got a bunch of stuff open, right? You don't want all that running while you're playing a game because it's going to decrease your performance and FPS. Now what you're going to want to do in here is just slowly go through all of these and disable whatever you know you don't need. Now I only have these two open because I do use them daily, and I know that they will benefit my PC and they're necessary for me to use my computer. So I guarantee most of you could just like disable like 90% of the stuff in here. If you're not sure if you can disable it or not, you could either ask me or you could look it up. I'll try to help you guys my best in the comments. You guys already know I try to help out my fans as much as possible. So let me know if you do have any questions in the comments. I'll try to get to every single one of you. But once you've disabled all of these, not disabled, but like disabled the ones that you do not need, then you can X out of this. And keep in mind, what we just did does not make those applications not usable. It just makes it so that they don't start up right when you boot up your PC. It doesn't uninstall them or anything like that. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna check our disk space. Now once you're in here, you can go to this PC, and you see all my drives have a pretty good amount of space available, so we are fine from that aspect. But whatever drive you have Fortnite on, or your games primarily installed on, is what we're going to be focusing on. So mine is on the C drive. If your drive that Fortnite is installed on, if it does not have a lot of space, that could be a reason that your PC or that your game is not running very well. If you've just noticed that like your PC is getting slower, or that Fortnite is not running as well or something like that, you're getting a bunch of FPS spikes, it could be because you're low on disk space. So the way that you're going to want to get rid of this is you're going to want to right click on your disk that you use for Fortnite, or on your drive, properties. You're going to want to go to general. You're going to want to find disk cleanup. Now in here, it's going to find some junk and stuff that you don't need. You can just click clean up system files, and it'll just clean stuff up real quick. Then you'd click OK. After you could just go through and check most of these. I'd say literally just check every single one of these because there's not too much in here, especially Windows Update Cleanup. That's just old Windows Update files that you do not need anymore on your computer. Then you just do delete files, then it's gonna take like 5-10 seconds probably, maybe a little bit longer. Actually, I just underestimated the crap out of that. But this is just gonna make sure that we've got some space on our disk or on our drive to play games. And you always want to have, I'd say, like, you never really want to go over 75% full on the drive that you play games on. I mean, that's just like to be safe. Now you'd probably be thinking like, well, I only have like, you know, like I want to use that space, but I mean, once it gets really close to being full, it slows down. So it's kind of unfortunate, but that's why most people have like multiple drives that they use, one that you put games on and then one that you put files on. So I'd say try to get organized like that if yours is almost full. Or you could also delete stuff that you do not need to use, which is something that I usually do regardless, is just clean up, you know, like this application that I never use, you know, why not uninstall it? So that's something I'd be aware of and be doing if your system is getting cluttered and you're having slower, you know, less optimal experiences. But another thing that could be slowing it down, if you're just like using your computer and it's running super fast, you know, you got a new PC or like your PC's always ran really well, and all of a sudden it just starts going super slow and you don't know why, this could be because you have a virus. So I'm going to take you guys through an application called Malwarebytes. And what Malwarebytes does is it cleans up viruses off of your computer. It's 100% free, guys. You don't have to put a credit card or anything on it. You legit just sign up for it. It's that simple. And once you have this, I will link it in the description, as well as Geforce Experience, so you guys can download these and go through it with me. Once you have this downloaded, you're going to open it up and you're going to see detection history scanner, real-time protection. You should see something like this. If not, it should be something like a scanner and detection history. But all you're going to want to do is literally just click the scan button. It's going to go through a scan pretty quickly, and depending on your computer specs and stuff, it could take more time, less time, who knows. But this should be a fairly quick scan. You could also do a more in-depth custom scan and scan every single file on your computer, which I do sometimes, you know, because I want to keep my computer cleaned up. But this will literally probably take like 10 minutes, maybe a little bit less or a little bit longer, depending on how many files and how your specs are on your computer. But as you can see, it just skipped through quite a bit of stuff there because it doesn't really like optimally go through every single scan, but it's just more of like a quick scan. So like I said, if you want the more in-depth one, you could do a custom scan. I have videos on how to do that in the past, as well as like ping optimization videos and stuff like that. So I'm not going to show you guys this whole scan because I don't want to just make you guys sit through and listen to me talk while I'm doing a virus scan on my computer. But anyway, once it finishes up, it'll say like it finished, and you're going to want to go to detection history. And once you're in detection history, you're going to want to check on all of the stuff that it detected, if anything. If it says 0 detections, then you're not going to have to worry. That means you're clean. Your PC is already good. You can just close out of it, continue on with your day, your gaming. But if it detects stuff, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to detection history. You're going to want to check all of the stuff in there, and you're just going to want to click delete all. What you're going to want to do next is you're going to open up the game Fortnite so we can take a look at some tweaks in there. And yeah, I'll see you guys once we are in the game. Alright guys, so once we are in Fortnite, we're going to be taking a look at some tweaks within the game that will be fixing your FPS drops and also increasing your FPS, hopefully. So we're just going to take a look at the settings in the game. We've done a couple other tweaks already that will most likely help your game out and stuff, but now that we're in here, what you're going to want to do is we're going to do everything in the settings. So you're going to want to head to your game settings. I'm just going to go over some settings with you that will increase your FPS. So we're just going to start from left to right, and I'm going to go over the most important things. So your windowed mode, you're going to want to have this on full screen. Why full screen is better than all the other options is because full screen is going to offer you the most real-time experience. Windowed full screen, yes, it does allow you to like tab out of your game easier and stuff, but you're going to have a little bit more input delay on windowed full screen. Full screen gives you the least amount of input delay possible and the highest amount of FPS, etc. So you're going to want to have it on full screen. As for your resolution, that's totally personal preference. I'm going to be playing on native 1920 by 1080, as I always do, because stretch resolution, you know, we're not really in that era anymore. Frame rate limit. Now this one's pretty important. What I would recommend is you're always gonna want to go one above your monitor's limit. So let's say you have a 60 hertz monitor. If you have a 60 hertz monitor, you're gonna want to, I mean, if you have 60 hertz monitor, you're gonna want to cap it at 60 FPS. If you have a 120 hertz monitor, cap it at 144. If you have a 144, cap it at 160. If you have a 160 or 165, cap it at 180. If you have a 240, leave it at 240. Just because once you get up to 240, if you cap it at 240, it's fine. If you're capping it at 360, you're going to be losing a lot more performance on your computer, and it's going to be putting a lot more stress on your computer. And you really don't need to go that much further. You could create a custom FPS cap within the game files, which I've done before in the past. But I'm not going to go over that because that's not super important for what we're talking about. So just cap it either at or one above your monitor's setting. Now brightness, this doesn't affect your game, so I'm just going to skip over this. Everything under graphics, brightness, contrast, colorblind mode, colorblind strength, all of this does not affect your performance, your FPS. So this is all personal preference. You do not need to have this on or off. It does not matter what it's at. Now graphics quality. Your quality presets, you're going to want to set to low to start off with. Now we are going to put view distance to medium. Textures, actually no, keep view distance on low. Or near, keep view distance on near. Shadows off, that's a very important one. It gives you a lot less FPS and you can't see as much. Textures, you can put this one on low, but I'd recommend medium or high, just because it's been proven that, I don't know if it's been proven, but like it gives you a little bit more, so you're gonna want to put that on medium or high depending on your computer. I just keep it on medium. VSync, this one you're gonna want to have off no matter what. Motion blur off as well. Show FPS on. Now DirectX version, this one's pretty important. If you have a GTX graphics card, so like a GTX 1050 or like a GTX 1080, you're going to want to have this on 11. If you have an RTX graphics card, in most cases, you're going to want to switch it over to 12. Now it could go either way. You're going to want to most likely experiment with this a little bit. I'd try both out, like go in a creative game or something and test it out and see which one works better for you. But 12 is what most people would be on now. I feel like. Allow multi-threaded rendering, you're going to want to have this on. These two you can keep off. This one you're going to want to set to on plus boost. However, it does not really matter too much because most people already have the setting on through NVIDIA control panel. Latency flash also have off. DLSS, you're going to want to have this set to performance. This is going to give you the highest performance possible. Now we're done on this tab. I'll just leave it right here for a quick second. Scroll down slowly so you guys can see everything. Alright, now we're going to head over to this. This does not matter. Just make sure your matchmaking region is set to the correct one, please. You don't want to be playing on 5000 ping. But anyway, this one does also matter. Does not matter. Does not matter. Now this one, it doesn't matter too much, but what I'm going to recommend is just go under sound. Your sound quality. You're going to want to most likely set this to low. It doesn't give you that much performance increase. However, it does give you a little bit of an increase, which will obviously be better. But if you have your sound quality on high, it's really, you're not going to be able to hear much of a difference, in my opinion. However, if you do have like really, I mean, you're not going to be able to notice a difference unless you have like really good headphones or something. And 3D headphones, you're also going to want to have this off, most likely. It's a personal preference thing, but I'd recommend having that off. Alright, now that's basically it for the game settings. Just make sure you have everything set up and linked to the right audio inputs and stuff like that. Nothing else in here is really going to affect your performance. But yeah, that's basically it for the in-game settings. And yeah, guys, that is pretty much going to wrap up the video. I was trying to make this a shorter one, you know. I'm trying to help you guys out, and I'm trying to do it as quickly as possible. So you already know the vibes. If you do have any questions or concerns, anything, let me know in the comments, guys. I try to get back, and I will get back to every single one of your comments. Just let me know, guys. And yeah, I hope you guys all have a great day. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And yeah, peace out, guys. I love you all.